Hi friends, it's Andriy Vasylenko. I was so freaking tired after making a previous video, so my brain started working really strange. All I could think about was Tritone, not the Neptune satellite, nor the mollusk, nor the father of Ariel, but Tritone, an interval that made metal, well, metal. It just occupied my mind at nights, and all of a sudden I thought, which scale could sound the most metal? For those who are new to music theory, Tritone is an interval of 3 full steps or tones, or 6 semitones, semi-steps, which is equal to 6 frets on guitar. And this one divides an octave in halves. Tritone is considered a dissonance. That means that it sounds not so pleasant in a pair with the notes from which we counted those 6 frets. It's interesting that all Tritone's neighbors are consonances, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, so it looks like a wood knot or a metalhead on Viennese ball. This interval creates the unstable mood of a blues scale that laid on the foundation of heavy metal. And with another bad boy, a minor second, they form Locrian modes, the sound of thrash and other extreme metal genres. So Tritone and minor second, both are dissonances and both being in charge of the tonal side of metal music's intensity. What if to find a scale that would contain most of those dissonances? Would it sound really brutal? Let's find out. Of course, we could say, why complicating? Just take chromatic scale and there you go. But chromatic scale is basically just all the notes in a row. I think we need one with a higher level of structure, not just minor seconds all the way. This scale should still have an order and at the same time break some common patterns. So here it is, the most metal scale ever, in my opinion. This is an octatonic scale, which means 8 notes, not 7, with the formula half step, step. We could count it chromatic, yet it's got some order, a mood, a personality. Let's take a look at its structure. Open E is taken by default, since these are the most popular tonality and position in metal. E the root, then F the minor second. Then we have G, minor triad, that defines the minor key of this scale. But what we see next? A flat, major triad. Why not major key then? Because this note is functioning here rather as a diminished 4th. Then goes tritone, the thing I was hallucinating with, A sharp as augmented 4th. It's followed by perfect 5ths, and then go major 6ths and minor 7ths. So this scale ends like melodic minor. Just look at these straight lines. Geometrically perfect fingering, especially on bass strings. You can almost see the evil in these triangles and inclines. You know which note makes me excited the most in this scale? A flat. It is so rarely used in metal because of its major key essence. But actually A flat sounds very exotic and unexpected within the context of minor. Among old school bands, Slayer used it the most. Check out this riff from World Painted Blood. It completely runs over the scale we are talking about. Another note that stands out is C sharp. As was mentioned before, it relates to melodic minor scale, and this is another gift from natural major. There is a kind of tension when we hear C sharp instead of C in a metal riff. First example that popped up in my mind, Spit Out the Bone. Of course, we are allowed to mix it with other scales and use chromatics. I just tried to find one most saturated with dissonances, tritones and minor seconds. Add here heavy distortion and we got metal in the flesh. Anyway, take it easy. And now let's test this, let's call it scythe scale by playing some riffs.